Hey there, in today's video, we're talking about the complementary angles. When we talk about complementary angles, these are angles which sum up to 90 degrees. So let's take this right angle triangle for example. Let's say you're told to find for the sine of A. We know that from our previous video, from the SOHCAHTOA, we know that the opposite over the hypotenuse is for the sine. So for A, what is the opposite of A? Let's say this is Z. So the opposite of A is the Z over the hypotenuse is the X. Let's come to the angle of R. So let's say for cos of R, cos is the car, that's the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And adjacent is where the angle and the 90 degrees sine is. So this is also Z over the hypotenuse is where the 90 degrees face is. That's X. So you can see that both sine A and cos R are equal. So we can say they are complementary angles. That is, for the sine of A, the cos of 90 degrees of that A, and for the cos of R is equal to the sine of the 90 degrees of angle R. As simple as ABC. Let's take this for example. Let's say you have the sine of 60. We want to convert this to cos. The same as cos 90 minus 60, angle 60. And we have this to be cos 30 degrees. Try punching this on your calculator. You see that sine of 60 is equal to the cos of 30. And let's try one for the cos. So cos of 70. Let's try for the complementary angle. That's sine 90 minus 70, which is the same as sine 20. When you try punching this on your calculator, you have this. Some examples under these complementary angles. So we have a simple question here, that if sine of x plus 30 is equal to cos 40, to find for the angle x. So with this being said, we know that this is a complementary angle. You see they've given us the range. So you come here for the solution. You can either change the cos to sine or this sine to cos, but it will be much more easier to change this one. So we come here, sine x plus 30 degrees is equal to cos 40 degrees. So we are about to change the cos to sine. We can say that cos 40 equals sine of 90 minus 40. So we have this to be sine 50. So we can rewrite the question and say sine of x plus 30 equals sine 50 degrees. Since we have sine on the left, sine on the right, they can cancel each other. So we cancel out. So we have this to be x plus 30 equals 50. Making x the subject, we can say that x equals 50 minus 30 and x equals 20 degrees. find 4x. Example, we are told to solve for this without using calculators. We are to find for the value of this. So we can write our solution here and say either we change this cos to sine or this cos to sine, or we can make everything the same. So we come here, we are changing the cos 50 to sine. So cos 50 equals sine of 90 minus 50. This equals sine 40. We are changing this sine to cos. So sine 68 equals cos 90 minus 68. So we have this to be cos 22. So putting this all into the equation or the expression here, we have this to be 5 sine 40 over sine 40, because we've changed this sine 50 to sine 40, plus 2 cos 22 over cos 22, because we changed this sine to cos. So you can just cancel out because they are similar. Are you getting it? Cos 22 up here. So we have this to be 5 plus 2. How do you know from our normal addition? 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So this is the answer for this question. So our last question X. So either you change the cos to sine or the sine to cos. For this is only for complementary angles. So you change the sine to cos in this question. But you can also try pausing it and change the cos to sine and see whether you get the same answer. So sine 13x minus 21 equals cos of 19 minus all this as the 13 minus 21. So we have this to be cos 90 minus negative 1 is multiplying the bracket. So we have this to be plus 21. So we have this to be cos of 111 minus 13x. So bring this in the equation. Wherever you see sine, you put in this cos. So cos to bracket 111 minus 13x equals the cos of 57. Since we have cos on both sides of the equation, they cancel out. So making x the subject in this equation, we can make 13 come to this side. Equals 111 minus 57. So we have this to be 9x minus 54. And when we can divide both sides by 9, we have an answer to be 6. So thank you for watching this video. Please try changing the cos in here to sine and see whether you get the same answer.